All right, we're gonna finish this Illinois game against Iowa and see if Illinois can close this game out. This will be the first time that they've won in Iowa since a long time. So up to this point, Trent Frazier 17 points, 8 rebounds. That's way more like it. Welcome to Illinois basketball, Trent Frazier. Plummer 11 points, Kofi 17, 18 rebounds. Nice. Williams 3 points, Hawkins 7, Granderson 14, and that's it. So this is going to happen with Kofi, where teams are going to say, and rightfully so, we're not going to let Kofi drop 30. We're going to double, triple team him. We'll make their other players beat us. That is the right strategy. Tonight, Trent Frazier decided to play Plummer with 11, Granderson 14, and you're going to need that. If teams are going to triple team, double team Kofi all the time, you need, as Shaquille O'Neal would say, as Shaq would always say, the others. You need the others to come through. And looking at Iowa, Tony Perkins in the first half, just dominating Illinois in the first half. It was embarrassing. Um, Field goal percentage pretty even. 3 point, that's the big difference in the game, really. 10 out of 24, 41% for Illinois. 5 out of 17, 29% for Iowa. When Iowa loses this game, they'll look back at the 3 point shooting and the free throw shooting. 86%, 13 out of 15 for Illinois, 8 out of 15 Iowa, 53%. So the 3 point and the free throw line have Iowa down by 10. Rebounds, that is what we want to see. 51 rebounds for Illinois, 20 offensive boards. That is just rebounding domination. That's great. Assists 14, turnovers 12. Once again, we are plagued by the turnover machines. I have to imagine that taking care of the ball is spoken about every single day in practice at Illinois. I know it has to be, but for whatever reason, it's not translating. Valuing the basketball does not translate with the Illinois players. And Iowa has 4, Illinois has 12. And when you're playing Purdue, when you're playing Michigan, when you play Arizona and any other good team, if you want to keep turning the ball over like this, you're going to be losing every single time. So it's like beating a dead horse. The turnovers, they just can't help themselves. They're turnover machines. And this is without Mr. Turnover, Andre Cabello. If Andre Cabello was out there, they probably would have 16, 16 or more turnovers. So that's a concern. It really is. But Illinois up by 8. Demonte Williams cannot handle the ball. Do not give him the ball. That's for sure. Illinois is missing Andre Cabello. Even though he was a turnover machine, a dribbling machine, they're missing him because he can at least bring the ball up the court. That was a tough shot by Plummer. Yeah, that's what I want to see with Plummer. Take your threes when they're open, but drive to the rim if they play you close. If they take away the three, drive past them, get to the rim. That's what I want to see. That's good basketball. Hopefully Plummer can continue. with good basketball. Illinois is going to be playing Arizona on the 11th. Arizona, they say they're a really good team. Illinois is going to need to be they're going to need to play at a top level. But this game is not over. This game is not over yet. With a 3-point shot, it's never over. All right, there we go. Illinois does such a piss poor job at making themselves available when a teammate gets double teamed. I tell you what, I don't know what's going on in practice, but that has got to be hammered in their heads. Illinois does the most piss poor job when a teammate is double teamed. No one fights to get open. No one comes to them to get open. And it's something we see over and over again, and that's why they have so many turnovers. My goodness, man. When your teammate is double teamed, do him a favor and come to the damn ball, sprint to the ball, make yourself available, and help him out. That is incompetence by every member of that team. And Brad Underwood, maybe I'll call you on your radio show and maybe I'll suggest to you that your players need to learn how to get open when a player's double teamed. Iowa's on a run. They're on a run. Iowa's got a lot of heart. They don't have any talent, but they got heart. I don't know how that's a foul, but maybe that's a foul in fairy tale. Maybe that's a foul in the cornfields. I don't know. But Coleman Hawkins can't catch a break. That's not a foul. I don't. That's insane. What? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. All right, Illinois has got 13 turnovers. Iowa has 4. Okay, we got ourselves a ball game. Trent Frazier, Devontae Williams have not won a game in Iowa. It's been a while since they won in Iowa. Brad Underwood calls a timeout. He's concerned, as he should be. When's Andre Corbello coming back? When is he coming back? And when he comes back, is he going to come back a new player? We need a point guard. We need one desperately. That's unbelievable. Well, Caleb, it's going to come down to the wire. That's for sure. Illinois is just, the one thing about Illinois I can't stand. The one thing about Illinois I just can't stand is most of the time they don't have any athletic players. They just don't get that player who's an athlete. They get the player who's not an athlete, and it drives me crazy. I want to see Illinois recruit athletes, people who can run, jump, who can do things. Kofi is I mean, he's gonna have to do something because he's gonna get double teamed, he's gonna get triple teamed, he's gonna get fouled. He's got to come up with something. He's just got to come up with something to score buckets. And Granderson, that's the first bucket Granderson's made in a long time. We need that. But we need a scoring machine. We need somebody to come to this team who's an athlete. And Illinois, they always say everybody's an athlete. Oh, Austin Hutcherson's an athlete. No, he's not. No, he's not. I want a high flyer. I want somebody who can jump, who can dunk. someone who's quick, fast. I want an athlete. I want a scoring machine. I don't care if he can read or write. It doesn't matter. We need an athlete. Because with Illinois, it's always, like instead of getting Eric Gordon, we get we get what's his name, Chester Frazier. Instead of getting Evan Turner, we get Dimitri McCamey. Instead of getting a Derrick Rose, we get somebody like a Chester Frazier type. Um, Illinois, they always miss out on the athlete. We always get the non-athlete of the group, and that's just one because Illinois doesn't pay players. Obviously, it's pretty damn obvious Illinois doesn't buy players. It's pretty darn obvious, and that's the problem. When you don't buy players, you just can't get those superstar athlete recruits, and that's the big problem with Illinois. They got to open up the books. They got to open up the books and start paying people. You look at Demonte Williams. Demonte Williams can't jump over a curb. Just anybody in Illinois, they're just not athletes. They're just not. Like, look at this dude, Keegan Murray. You're letting this dude score on you. That's a shame. That's just a disgrace. Yes, athletes would make a huge difference on this team. We need an athlete. I'm telling you, man. Oh, we need an athlete so bad. Oh, you're talking about the football team? Yeah, Ron Zook. Who was the last? Who was the last athlete Illinois had? Jeez, that was a big shot. I'll tell you what. One of the players that could have been somebody, but because of where he was from and the competition he played, it just didn't make him. He just didn't become anything really. Um, you look at like a Brian Randall. Brian Randall had the length. He had some athleticism, but he just didn't have the desire, the passion. Brian Randall, he it was a shame. He should have been so much more in college. He really should have. Um, I think what he should have did. A lot of players, have moved. They'll move and they'll go to Chicago. They'll live in Chicago area or in Chicago and play against better competition. Play with better players. Play with better competition. You see it happen all the time. That's something Brian Randall should have did. But I'm glad to see I'm glad to see Plummer wanting to do something. I'm glad to see that. Plummer started off really bad, but he's turned it on. I think Plummer maybe Plummer was listening to my video. Maybe Plummer was listening to my video and say, you know what, I got to start doing something. I got to contribute to the team. But speaking about that football program, Illinois football is on the rise. If Illinois football was a stock, I would be telling you to buy, buy, buy. Illinois, I did a video on their offensive line. Illinois is recruiting big boys for the trenches. And you can't teach size. You can make somebody stronger. You can teach someone technique. But you can't teach someone to be 6'6", 6'5", and 300 something pounds. You can't teach that. So Brett Bielema, the football team, they're going to get those big guys on the offensive line. They're going to get them in there. They're going to get him bigger, stronger, get that technique in there, and they're going to get a running back. They need an athlete running back. Illinois always has that running back who can never take it to the house. It drives me crazy. We need a running back who can take it to the house. Once again, I don't care if he can read or write. I don't care. I want somebody who can take it to the house when they get that ball. We need a QB, but that's the same thing with every other team. We need if we could ever get a superstar quarterback, that would be a miracle. But if we could get a quarterback that could make passes to open receivers, if we could get a quarterback that can run when needed, if we could just get a quarterback that can do play action, we would be so much better. Brandon Peters just sucks, and they don't have a quarterback. There's no quarterback on their roster that is good enough to help Illinois be a true contender in the West. All right, so as Shaquille O'Neal would say, the others have stepped up tonight, and that's not stepping up though, right there. Trent Frazier is just not. I guess he's just not a good free throw shooter. The fifth year senior. And you just would think though, wouldn't you? You think when a player has been in college for 5 years, you would think that they would have an advantage because they're old. They're older. They've been in college for 5 years. You would think they would have an advantage, but it's just not the case. I'll tell you what, Illinois is going to play Arizona on the 11th, and I'm concerned. I'm concerned about the game. Bulls down by 5, huh? Oh, Mark. Oh, DeRozan is out. Well, man, that hurts. All right, 38 seconds left. Make your free throws. Go home with the win. Yeah, because Illinois, whenever they've played, I mean, you can't have confidence Illinois can beat Arizona. You just have to think that Arizona's going to blow them out. I mean, that's what you got to think. So, yeah, so Illinois, Arizona, that's a concern. Yeah, so I'm concerned about. Hello, Eddie. Not me. Illinois is getting big time. You're not concerned with them playing Arizona? I hope you're right. I hope they do win, but I wouldn't bet money on it. I'm concerned with Arizona. I'm concerned with Missouri because it's Missouri. Um, I'm concerned about Purdue naturally. Illinois could beat Purdue at home. Michigan State, they're at Illinois. Illinois has a lot of home games to start. So, I mean, you look at it, Illinois will be um, they're pretty much at home through the first part of their season, and then they got to go to Purdue, to Michigan State, and then they got to play Ohio State one time, and then go to Michigan. Yeah, Missouri is awful, but whenever they play Illinois, you know how that goes, Eddie. Missouri can have 0 wins, but when they play Illinois, all of a sudden, they're the best team in college basketball. And that's just how that goes. But hopefully, Illinois blows them out. But we're going to find out December 11th. That's for sure. But congratulations to Plummer, to Granderson, to Kofi, to Trent, the others, as Shaq would say. Um, Granderson was so wide open. Granderson was so wide open that Trent Frazier he couldn't even deal with it. He couldn't comprehend it. Dude, oh Illinois is something else, man. Oh man. Well, you know how it is. You don't you gotta think Arizona's gonna be competitive, don't you? You don't think Arizona will be a competitive game? You think Illinois is gonna blow them out? And then you gotta know when you play on the road in the Big Ten, Eddie, it's not easy winning on the road in the Big Ten. I know you know that, Eddie. When you go to Nebraska, to Maryland, you go to Indiana, you go to some of these schools, and it's tough to win on the road in the Big Ten. It's tough. It's not easy. Anytime you can win on the road in the Big Ten, um, you can highlight that. That's a nice win. Tell you the 3-point shot, man. I'm telling you, the 3-point shot, you always got a chance. It's crazy. I think that Eulis, I think he might be brothers. I think his brother was Tyler Eulis, wasn't it? Who went to Kentucky? I'm thinking it was, maybe not, but Illinois recruit Ty Rogers is playing for Thornton, and they beat St. Rita, who has an Illinois commitment from another Illinois recruit on that team on St. Rita. So, Ty Rogers is definitely not an athlete, but it should be a good player. He's definitely not an athlete, though. Second place in the Big Ten. I hope you're right. I hope you're right. So you think Illinois will be better than Michigan State, Wisconsin, Ohio State, Michigan? I tell you, I hope you're right. I hope. So anytime you can win on the road in the Big Ten, though, um, it's a good thing. It's special. Look at Granderson with 20 points. Have yourself a night with 21. Well, we're gonna play Purdue January 17th. January 6th is my birthday. Illinois will play Maryland on my birthday. So maybe Illinois should get that win. Ohio State's overrated. They may be overrated, but they do have E.J. Liddell. They have a player on their team, and as long as they have him, they have a chance to win a game. And they did beat Duke. I mean, could Illinois beat Duke? I don't think so. So it'll be a tough game. But they get Ohio State at Illinois though. They don't have to go to Ohio State. So, but you know what I'm saying? We're gonna find out right here. I'm glad Kofi came back too. He should have came back and he did. So, but Arizona, Illinois, we're gonna find out about Illinois right here. We're gonna find out just what's going on with them. And then after that, we got to handle Missouri, even though they're garbage. We got to beat them. Then you got to go to Minnesota, to Nebraska, and then you got Michigan and Purdue back to back. That's tough. That's tough. You think Illinois can beat Duke? Eddie, I love you're so optimistic. I love it. I really do, Eddie. I used to be just like you. I used to be just like you, Eddie. I used to believe Illinois could beat anybody. But after years and years of being disappointed, I no longer can be like that. But Eddie, I'm glad you're so optimistic and just continue to be optimistic. Continue to believe, Eddie, because maybe you'll inspire me to believe also. But I have to be honest. I think Illinois gets blown out by Arizona. I really think that's going to happen. But I hope you're right, though. I hope so. All right. Illinois wins. And Mark Smith, he's at Illinois. Just played them. Who the heck? Illinois just played them. He's on Kansas State. Plays for Kansas State. He had 4 points in 26 minutes. Mark Smith. I never ever believed in him. He was a down south player, and I looked at him play, and I thought he was nothing. So I always thought he was nothing. Well, Eddie, like I say, I hope you're right because the second half of Illinois Arizona, I'll get on here and I'm gonna watch the second half online with you guys. We'll talk about it, and I'm hoping that Illinois is beating Arizona. It's looking great. That's what I would want, obviously, but we shall see. That's a tough game though. So, um, well, Mark Smith was an overrated player from the very beginning. So I knew he was overrated from the very beginning. So it's good that he did leave because he had no chance of being anything with this team. Um, yeah, I'm gonna watch the Bulls myself, Eddie. But you guys have a good rest of your night. Good day tomorrow, and I'll catch you guys Saturday night when they play Arizona. All right, ILL, INI.